And we're back with the second half of the doubleheader between Team Kappa and CLW. We will now be seeing Gammachuu versus Pikapals, once again piloted by the able Fear Agent and Nabs. I'm once again Drosy1 here with 329th in line. You like our little rest?
Yeah, it was a nice little turnover. I'm excited for the Battle of the Pikachus.
Yeah, and we should be getting underway shortly here. Hopefully fewer fetch quests this time. Can't really have more fetch quests than the last race.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll see if there's any need to grab the green pendant this time around. We had a lot of interesting routes we had to take last time, and by the end of it, the logic chain was pretty crazy to think about. So we'll see what we end up with this time.
Yeah, I mean, needed the green pendant off of Trinex for Meyer Medallion, and then the big key to pod was sitting in the cutscene chest of Meyer. So,
And we
yeah.
had that Meyer big key as well as our only available second sword outside of Ganon's Tower in a pendant ice palace. It looks like
And
we're off.
yeah, and they're both starting out of Pika's house, as it says in both of their file names.
I see how this is going to be for the next hour or so. But interesting, we're getting some divergence already again, just like we had in the last race. We've got Pikapals. Looks like he's heading south from Link's house or Pika's house. And we've got Gammachuu taking advantage of that bomb tree pull.
Yeah, same tree pull. I mean, I wonder if Nabs just didn't look at that section of the spoiler log because we've now had two identical openings for getting bombs.
Yeah, don't quote me on it, but I feel like it's the opposite of how it happened last time. I could be wrong.
Oh, that might be. I'm not 100% sure.
But we've got just some love on the uncle here. So
But
Pika
we did.
Pals coming up. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, we got Hyrule Castle key out of Uncle Chest, which means the sewers key. So I wonder if like there might be a glove in the back of Escape because in spoiler, when are you going to need the sewers key unless there's something in the back of Escape that you need and you won't have the glove to get it.
Yeah, and we saw that Kana Burna pickup, which is definitely going to be helpful in these more lower percent spoiler log runs, as well as our magic powder. Going to be available for a fetch quest, but also, can powder those those anti fairies and help you out a little bit along the way too. So, not bad to have those safeties early on as well.
And yes, we apologize for the lack of music, but neither of our runners now has the ability to split their audio feed from their microphones. So we'd just be hearing them converse with their pilots if we tried to give you their music.
But we are grabbing flippers in the thieves' hideout. Yeah, Drosy, I see chat saying that you should be humming.
Well, now we have no music at all. But we do have our dungeon layouts from our tracker duodeca. Eastern Palace is a vanilla green pendant tonight. Interesting. And then our other pendants are Swamp Palace and Skullwoods. And our 5-6 crystals are Desert and Turtle Rock. And we'll need those Bombos and Quake medallions tonight.
Oh, we do get a Kana Samaria down in Blind's hut.
And which big key did I just see Pikapals pull there?
I didn't catch it. Oh, but we do have the boots on the bottle vendor, so a great early pickup to be going fast.
Yeah, and definitely something you need to harvest rupees for. Oh, that's interesting. A swagnet on Gamma's side. And our tracker telling us that, and as we see it on Gamma's side as well, that was the Meyer big key. So one big key out of the way.
And with some of that extra money grabbing from the well, Gammachuu gets boots. So Pikachu will be flying around on both sides of the screen. Now we see Pikapals taking advantage of that bomb pull. And going to be grabbing his flippers.
And there's either something in dam or next to dam that Gammachuu wants. Guess next to dam.
Certainly is nice to come up to here with the spoiler log and know you can skip having to come in and out of this.
And Pikapals, oh, is not going that way. There is a big key sitting there, though, so we're probably going to want it. And by the way, welcome to everyone rating from SpeedGaming 5. We're in the second game of a doubleheader between Team Kappa and CLW.
And aside from those canes, we're still weaponless, so taking advantage of the bomb strats for the lack of magic here on Pikapal's side. Do a nice job to go ahead and get to the spoils here in the back of Mini Moldorm Cave. And there is an ether medallion, but more importantly, there's that flute. We know
Which is,
ether isn't going to be needed for any entrance tonight.
yeah, the flute's really the only thing we needed there. But Gamma did pick up that Thieves Town big key, which we're absolutely going to need, so it's a little bit surprising that Pikapals didn't.
And interesting here, we're getting the save quit on Gammachuu's side as Pikapals follows this route through to Ice Palace.
You mean Ice Rod Cave?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ice Rod Cave.
Another absolutely required thing, so I guess Gamma's just gonna take the flute and activate it and then flute to 8 and get the glove that way.
And thank you, GFE12. We all wish Ice Palace was that short. We've got a flute activation on Gammachuu's side, and I would imagine Pikapals is on his way to do the same thing. High-fiving flute activations.
Always nice to get boots and flute early, and then you can just get around the map really quickly. Oh, and Gamma's doing race game. Right, that was the powder.
Yeah, I get the boots because Pikachu can do quick attack, and I get the surf with the flippers, but didn't know Pikachu could fly.
Well, and also, I wonder, you know, that ether medallion, it does have a lightning bolt on it, so maybe that's why they had to pick it up.
Well, you love to see that routing divergence as you get to see what the teams here prioritize, what they consider important to grab early on, and how some of that kind of plays into it as we get further into this race. We are going to see Gammachuu, though, making use of those boots to go fast, grabbing what will be his first lift upgrade. And we've got Blue Mail in the back of Sahasra's closet, as well as a lamp.
Well, that makes life nice here. Pikapals is walking out, so is there something in Eastern we're gonna need?
With that lamp, everything is in logic except to the back with no big key. It is only a green pendant, though. More than likely not required.
Da 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 da.
There it is. The sounds of the season.
Da, 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 da. That's as much soundtrack as you're getting tonight, folks.
Oh, and both of our runners are going to prioritize that first and easy sword grab. That's our first actual weapon. I know we did have some canes, but...
Looks like there's something else in here.
Oh, not one. It's buy one, get one free swords in Eastern Palace today.
I'm surprised they're not just gonna continue around to the compass chest and pull tempered out of it.
Well, we make a significant damage jump as we go from fisticuffs to being able to throw some Master Sword slashes out today. And Gammachuu taking a death warp. You know what? He might have not done Sahasrara. Yep. There we go. Moon Pearl in that first Hyrule Tower chest.
Yeah.
It's a pseudo Aga, right? He makes a slight appearance for Dark World access.
I mean, there are so many times you take the dip into Aga Tower and a Key Sanity Seed. You just have to hope that you don't have to go up the whole way.
Both our runners, no doubt, are hoping to be able to avoid that Aga any further from what they've already done. But definitely going to need to grab that Moon Pearl, so...
And now Pika's gonna pick up that Thieves Town Big Key. But we still don't know our means of Dark World access. We'll either need the other glove or the hammer.
I'm wondering if he's going to go left at all. Oh, we get a nice little fish toss. And
Don't often see that.
Yeah, I thought maybe he put it off because there was something towards desert, Agina's Cave or something, but it doesn't appear. He's on his way up the mountain. But we are going to get a back of escape check.
Yeah, and we have that glove, so I don't know if maybe they weren't thinking about it when they picked up that sewer's key, or if there's something in Dark Cross and it's easier to get it from the back. There's that cape again.
Cape we saw in the last seed, as this team with their previous teammates running that, as good as that can be, it was required for an ice rod on Bumper Ledge. So we'll see if that cape comes in handy this time around. But we are at our second lift upgrade on Pikapals' side. That's going to be Dark World access.
And it looks like Gamma's going for the same.
Ooh, a little dead rock there. Can't even get in the door to reset it.
Yeah, that was like the worst place for a dead rock. And Pika also wants that cape, so it's gotta be something on Bumper Ledge again.
I'm calling it early.
Ice Rod again?
Oh, no, certainly not twice in a row, but when I'm seeing them both grab it, I think there's something on that Bumper Ledge for sure.
And yes, GFE is calling it in chat. That's actually Pikachu on the left, while on the right we have the Svelte Pikachu. It's hard to tell the difference, I know.
And on Pikapals' side, we are making our way into the Dark World for the first time. Going what appears to be straight into Thieves Town.
Well, I mean, we have that big key. As long as we don't need anything out of the big chest, we can get anything else we need in here. Just 4 hearts have to be careful.
Yeah, they do have that cane, which can help in a blind fight as well.
Wait, did Pikapals not pull the heart container when he went to get the cape, and that's why he's only on 4 hearts?
Oh, I'm not sure, but he is going to grab that red mail, which will definitely come in handy. And I'm seeing what's on Bumper Ledge there. Definitely required today, as that cape is going to give us access to our hook shot.
It's worth noting that this is a placement that's only possible in advanced logic. Basic logic assumes you have the hook shot to get across that gap, whereas thanks to a little glitch in the game, you can skirt around the top like Gamma just did.
But with that little pit stop to grab his hook shot, Gammachuu will be just a little bit behind, making his way into Thieves Town, although Pikapals is going to have to go over and grab that at some point, so just about evens out. But there's our first bow in the attic of Thieves Town.
And we'll definitely need that for pod. The one place bow's gonna be hard required no matter how much glitching you can do. Oh, Gamma's having a bit of trouble in the hellway, but makes it. That 5th heart container is definitely helping him.
Interested, Gamma didn't pick up the red mail in the front end of Thieves Town.
Well, the incremental value of red mail is less than the incremental value of blue mail. Oh, book. Interesting. So that's probably our desert access, or maybe there's something on a tablet. But yeah, I was just chuckling because Pika powdered an anti-fairy while it was still under the pot. Or rather, a bunny beam, sorry. So 4 heart blind should be fine if you can stay on script. And we have Cane of Burna too, in case we need it.
But Pikapals doing just fine, keeping things routine, grabbing a key for Ganon's tower, but more importantly, grabbing that first crystal of the night at just over 17 minutes.
This is interesting. Gamma did not grab the book. So I wonder if we're going to see routing divergence here.
Yeah, that's interesting. If it's solely for desert, there may be some ways around that, as far as, you know, having the flute and the Titan's mitts already just a mirror shy. But if there's something on a tablet, that's going to come back to hurt him.
Blind down on Gamma's side, so crystal count back even just before 18 minutes.
And kind of doing these in reverse order, we got Pikapals grabbing hookshot on his way out of Thieves Town. And just about synced up here.
I'm very intrigued by the difference in the book.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
We don't have mirrors, so at the moment, depending where mirror is, that could be our entrance to desert. And given that swamps say pendant, this could even be a mirrorless seed for all we know.
And there's a big key to Desert Palace, so desert's staying relevant right now. Yeah, you have to assume with that difference in play that, you know, they know the mirror is somewhere reachable.
So where are we off to now? Catfish? I mean, must be that they don't have the mirror. That's the only place they could possibly be going over there.
Yeah, something good on the fish today, because both our runners are making a priority to get over there quick. Oh, the hammer, definitely useful.
Yeah, definitely gives us more Dark World portals.
And despite its finicky hitbox, a little more damage output too for close combat.
Yeah, for all we know, it's gonna be Ganon's Tower before we see Tempered again.
But armed with that hammer, we're seeing Gammachuu flip back into the Village of Outcast portal.
And Pikapals is running out. Maybe something on Pyramid? I mean, he doesn't have any keys for Pod yet.
And we have Gammachuu making an appearance in Thieves' Town again. I wonder if he's thinking that the play is on the big chest, and that's why he grabbed that hammer. Though he's missing a small key.
Or, you know, that book is required, and he and Fear just didn't realize it the first time through.
Well, no doubt if we see him go ahead and pick up that book that we can expect that's our logical desert access. But over here on Pikapal's side, we're seeing, looks like a Palace of Darkness play. Minus the mirror, it definitely makes sense. You've got your bow, you've got your hammer.
But no keys.
That is true.
So how far are they going to get in Pod without any keys? Well, he's got the thing open, at least. He had just barely enough money.
And yeah, Gammachuu grabbing that book, so if nothing else, he's got a little more to add to his library collection, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to be required if he went ahead and took the time to pick that back up.
So Pikapals is going for Bolok's side of Pod. Gammachew's back to Death Mountain. With that hookshot and hammer, we now have access to the whole mountain. Pika ran out of arrows as his teammate did before him.
It's funny, a lot of synergy going on between both sides. We've seen a lot of similar stuff and routing on both ends. Ooh, and we do have a big key to Turtle Rock, and that looks like that's what Pikapals was after.
Now, we haven't seen Quake yet, so even if Pikapals follows Gamma up Turtle Rock, up Death Mountain, we still can't get into it. Unless it's sitting here in Paradox Cave, for all we know.
Well, there's Bombos, so on the desert ledge, is our Meyer entrance access. There's Fire Rod and a big key for Palace of Darkness. But taking that book for entrance into desert, we'll see what that book is holding on to.
And we do have the desert big key, so we can go back and do landmos here and get the crystal out of it.
Well, Gerasi, I'm going to have to say that that's a required book.
Yeah, I kind of think so.
Gammachuu is no doubt happy that he went back for that.
Oh, and something in the big chest too. Ah, heart. That's good when you only have 4 and go up to 5. Gamma's even grabbing pieces of heart.
Yeah, I think when they're on the way like that, you definitely make a priority for some of that stuff because, you know, we see that you end up with these spoiler logs, like we said before. You end up with pretty low percent finishes. So every little bit of health helps. And going ahead and grabbing his bombos. So Pikapals can get into Meyer with the medallion now.
I wonder why he didn't do landmos. That's, I mean, I guess, right, he has the mirror so he can come back and do landmos anytime and maybe he'll get the fire rod and then landmos is much easier.
And Moldorm is making our second boss appearance of the night here. Going with Master Sword spins. Really nicely done, taking down Moldorm on Gammachuu's side. That's going to be his second crystal of the night at 25.5 minutes. And we see a mushroom. Our previous seed of our double header we had, it was fetch quest after fetch quest. So we'll see if that mushroom leads to anything. It might have just been a little extra token to grab on that required crystal, though.
Yeah, though for fetch quests, you know, we also saw them go to the trouble of doing the race game to get the powder. That could just be for safety. It's, you know, an extra 10 seconds for a pretty good safety. Ooh, the Desert Palace small key there, so I wonder if there's also something on the right side?
Yeah, that's certainly a possibility and would kind of balance out the routing changes we've had as Pikapals has been in there already to grab his mirror, but he went ahead and, you know, left without finishing things. So maybe there's more to do in desert. And we're getting a look at Hookshot Cave over here on Pikapal's side.
Eastern Big Key, Another green pendant item and tempered.
That's a nice pickup. And that's still missing the Quake medallion. It's not going to be able to open TR yet. But Gammachuu following suit, making his way into Hookshot Cave himself. Going to be picking up that tempered sword. As well as that Eastern Palace big key. Makes you wonder, something on that green pendant is something on those Armos Knights. Well, although I think Gammachuu skips that key, that big key there.
And Pika's not going to bother with Hera now, but it could well be that, you know, I don't think we saw anything particularly important in Hera unless the mushroom has something on it. So if the mushroom doesn't have anything on it, Pika might be just doing it last and then going straight into GT afterwards.
And Gammachuu making use of that book that he took a little extra time to go back and after leaving it behind in Thieves Town. Definitely going to be happy picking up his mirror. Now he is coming in here with an extra small key that Pikapals did not have yet. So we're going to get a look at what's over here on the right side. Ooh, and that is the small key to Swamp Palace, the only required way to get in there. So Pikapal's going to have to be coming back for that.
Yeah, so I mean, the mirror is certainly nice, and Pikapals was able to, mirror out of Dark Death Mountain and then Flute while Gamma had to save and quit. But I think it's still net time loss on Pika's part because he'll have to do the extra dip of the front. Except, wait a minute, Swamp's a pendant.
Swamp's a pendant, yeah, I was just about to say. And Gamma did go back through Thieves Town, so I don't know that they don't even out at some point, depending on how... before this train gets too far out of the station. It may balance itself out there. They both kind of left behind some stuff to go back for. And we don't even know if we need to get into Swamp yet. Ooh, and there's where our Quake medallion was hiding. Buried down in Ice Palace. So with Bombos and Quake in hand, we now have access for all our medallion requirements. Missing that fire rod shot on Gammachoo's side. But making quick work as he's going to be making his way onto his third boss fight of the night. Gammachuu going toe-to-toe with Lammo. Oh, and almost a one cycle there as he just misses that second worm and gets it right there with the tempered spin slash. And at 31 minutes, Gammachuu takes a 3-1 crystal lead. And just as we say that, we've got Pikapals fighting for his next crystal as he takes down Cold Stare just a few seconds after. So that is a 3-2 crystal count now, still with Gammachuu in the lead.
And that red mail really useful for Pikapals. I mean, he could have taken another puffball to the face even.
Yeah, that was nice boss fights on both sides. Gammachuu just missing the one cycle there, but getting a really nice clean 2 cycle on Lammo. So as we see one player exit Ice Palace, we've got another one entering. Not wasting any time with that quick fire rod shot.
And I think Pika will do the back of... Nope, he's doing Meyer first. Changes his mind. I mean, we have the big key, and Meyer has no shortage of small keys inside, so we don't need to find any extra small keys.
Yeah, and with that medallion pickup in Ice Palace, so far it looks like on the item count, we're just an ice rod away from everything we would need. Still looking for plenty of big keys and small keys.
Well, we've got enough keys for Pod. We definitely need more keys for Turtle Rock. But really, I think that's it. Didn't both runners pull the Eastern Big Key, though? I don't see that on their trackers.
No, Gammachuu left the Eastern Big Key.
Okay.
So kind of gave me that feeling of the book. Like, I feel like you just get it while you're right there. But we'll see.
There's our first bottle. Did Pikapals not grab that?
No, Pikapals did. Pikapals has a bottle.
Okay, so it's just that the tracker app's lagging.
Yep,
So
and Gammachuu. Oh, and there's that ice rod. It's hiding down in mire. So as far as items go... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, as far as items go, that's all that we need. Silvers would be nice, but definitely not hard required. So it's just a matter of what do we need to get to our keys that we're missing still.
Oh, and Gamma showing us the nice strats where if you hit Cold Stare with a sword beam right as you hit him with the fire rod, it does an extra fire rod's worth of damage, so you can still have some magic left over when you break the shell.
When he escapes with 1 heart left. A strong showing there against Cold Stare, though. And at 34 minutes and about 30 seconds, we're getting our 4th crystal on Gammachuu's side.
But Pika has 2 very easy crystals he can get now. Because he'll just be going here. He'll be hitting Vitreous soon enough. And with a cape and tempered, it shouldn't be too bad either. Well, looks like Gamma's going after Vitreous too now.
I mean, it makes sense. You got to do it. You have what you need to get it done, and you're going to have to grab that ice rod, so, you know, why not? I definitely approve of the play that, you know, where you're just kind of going on autopilot to get something done, progress the game a little bit, and can kind of plan out your next move from here.
Yeah, the chap pointing out that Pikapals' accidental use of powder, which was presumably a quick swap misclick, killed Spooky Action Glitch. So again, we see, you know, quick swap isn't all a positive thing. You kind of use it at your own risk.
But we've got Vitreous down on Pikapal's side, grabbing his 3rd crystal of the match, and no doubt going to mirror right over and tie this up in crystal count. With both of our runners making the priority to get that Swamp Small Key, I'm thinking there's a Pendant Swamp Dip coming up. What do you think, Drossi?
Yeah, sure looks that way. Did Pika get that pod small key that Gamma just pulled? Well, Pika has enough small keys to get through pod, assuming he doesn't need any items out of it.
Yeah, I think with some of the backtracking or things we've essentially caught up, the only big difference I'm catching here is that Eastern Palace Big Key wasn't picked up by Gammachuu. Be interesting to see if there's anything on that green pendant or those Armos Knights.
But yeah, after this, we really just need to see Pod and TR, and Pikapals will have to make a small dip into Tower of Hera, but that's fast. What strats do we think Pika's going to use on Lanmo? Because he now doesn't have enough magic to get Lanmo down by Fire Rod.
I would imagine we're going to see some tempered spins.
Yeah, like that.
Yep. Oh, and yep, getting that 2-cycle. It looked like that 3rd worm might have been getting away, but he just managed to get that Fire Rod shot off in time. And a Sword Slash as that 2nd worm emerges on the 2-cycle. Very nicely done on Pikapal's side. as he ties up the crystal count at 4.
Though not for long, it would appear. But yeah, what are we going to see now? Pikapals going for swamp, I guess.
Yep, as you said, we're seeing that swamp play, so there's definitely something hiding down here. Some keys or big keys or something useful. And at 39 minutes, 30 seconds, Gammachuu jumping back ahead with a 5-4 crystal lead.
So yeah, it looks like Gamma's going to swamp as well. And really, the difference between these two runners is a Tower of Hera climb. So I'd probably give Gamma a very slight edge, but less than a minute.
Yeah, this has been for orphaning a few things and having to go back from on both sides. This has evened itself up very nicely. We had Gammachuu leave behind a book in Thievestown, had to make a second trip in there. And Pikapals had to go back for a Desert Palace small key, which gave him access on the right side to this Swamp Palace small key, which is how he got in here. So both our runners really making good execution to keep themselves competitive in this match.
And we're going to the back of swamp here. I wonder if there's something on Argus. Nice first try diver down.
Ooh.
Oh, the GT big key. Wow.
Yep, it's all making sense why you wanted to make sure you grab that small key to Swamp Palace. And looks like another small key for TR.
Yeah, and that was some great execution from Pika through swamp. Maybe he even gained a few seconds. So who knows where this all leads. But yeah, this is the pod play. He has enough keys to go through it.
And was it Pikapals that went in and grabbed his TR big key out of here?
Yeah, so I guess, like, even though that it was a bit weird that he did that, he is gonna, either gain or make up some time because he now won't have to do it on this trip, and he already had Kiki unlock it. Gamma's gonna have to wait for Kiki to jump around a bit. So Pika has the luxury of not having to go through the bow-locked side.
And hot on his heels, we've got Gammachuu making his way into Pass of Darkness as well.
And honestly, if Pikapals can, get Hairpot quickly, I think he has the lead now. I mean, he'll be practically at Helma by the time Gamma's entering.
Yeah, it really comes down to how much extra time does he have to spend in Hera.
Which, since he doesn't have the big key, we assume he's gone to Harapot, and it really then comes down to how quickly can he Harapot.
Well, it is certainly exciting to see a race this close.
Yeah, they both made some questionable routing plays, but they seem to have canceled out in the end. I mean, Pikachu is Pikachu, right? It's all a fair match.
Well said.
Not a strat you often see, but 4 Tempered Sword slashes will take down Helmicking.
And we've got 5 crystals on Pikapal's side at 44 minutes and 45 seconds.
And we are 1 Turtle Rock small key away from go mode. So where's Pikapals going next? Kind of odd that he started at Sanctuary. It's easier to, get the refill from the old... Oh, he never rescued the old man!
That
Not
poor
something...
guy.
Not something you see very often, a game without the old man being rescued. But yes, you gotta wonder about Team Kappa luck here. Their motto is, after all, better to be lucky than good.
I think that holds true in most of life. And using those same tempered slashes over on Gammachoo's side, we've got the Helmasaur King down at just about a minute and a half difference. And Gammachoo's going to be picking up his 6th crystal, though, important to note. So it's looking like about a minute and a half behind.
And welcome to our 105 Raiders from SpeedGaming Maine. We are in the thick of a Link to the Past Randomizer spoiler log race here. Nothing in the front of TR, apparently. The beauty of skipping Chain Chomp Chest.
You got to know it feels so good. Just walk right through. Don't even pay him any attention.
But yes, as Chad is pointing out, we are still short a TR small key on both sides. And it can't be Lava Chest because that's burn a key to get a key. So we have Mimic Cave, Big Chest, Crystal Roller, and Laser Bridge. Take your guess. Whew, that was touch and go. Pikapals was probably a bit closer to that door than he wanted to be.
Yeah, keep him with that luck.
And we've bypassed all those chests, so unless the runners are doing something horribly wrong here, there is a small key on Laser Bridge.
If nothing else, they're both in the same boat, right?
Yeah, and I was just also thinking, we're still at 5 freaking hearts, and even for a spoiler race, that is not much health.
Oh, just grab another one then.
Okay, Pika, you'd better take the safety exit. Okay, or use the.
It is a small key to this dungeon. He's got to be careful on 1 heart, though.
Do they have a fairy in their bottle?
I
I was just
believe the one in
thinking.
Ice Palace had the fairy in it, but I'm not positive. I'm seeing some yeses in chat.
Okay, so he's not like at danger of being sent back to the beginning of the dungeon. I was getting worried when he didn't take the safety exit and he's on 1 heart.
Pikapals makes pretty quick work of that first Trinex head. On to the second.
Yeah, that's about as quickly as you can do those first 2 heads on Tempered. He was a bit early with that spin attack, but he makes up for it.
And we've got Trinex down on Pikapal's side. That's going to be his 6th crystal. And 50 rupees for his trouble while he's at it. So the race is on as Pikapals is going to be making a quick Tower of Hera climb to claim his 7th crystal. And Gammachuu is going to be grabbing his last Turtle Rock key so he can go ahead and wrap up Trinex. So we'll keep an eye on that clock, see when. So at 50 minutes and 45 seconds, Pikapals exits. We'll see where that's at. Ooh, but we do have a death. Hopefully that fairy's in the bottle. Yep.
But now Gamma doesn't have that safety. He did, I think, pick up the bug net. The bug net is not on the key sanity tracker. Pikapal's remembering, oh yeah, I need that 7th crystal out of Hera here.
Yeah, not helping his time there as he took that death before grabbing the small key, so he had to make a trek back down.
But yeah, it's funny to think that that bug net might actually come in handy for Gamma, that he'll be able to grab another fairy at some point if he wants. And with a bit of pause buffering, Pika gets that Hera pot. Oh, and was there another heart on Trinex? I guess there must have been.
Trinex had 50 rupees.
Oh, so where did he get his
grabbed
7th?
Sorry, he grabbed a heart piece, and I guess that was his 4th heart piece at some point.
Oh, got it.
Ooh, and Moldorm down pretty quick on Pikapal's side.
So Pika has the lead. He'll be a solid half minute, I'd say, into GT before Gamma.
Gammachuu is making a race out of it as he takes down Trinex for his 7th crystal. So both are runners grabbing their 7 crystal seconds apart. Pikapal's a little closer to the front door, though.
So let's see their entrance times now.
Oh, this is quite a close race, Rossi.
And I mean, anything can still happen. If they're doing tempered silverless, you know, and one of them has a much better silverless phase 4.
So we've got an entrance at 52:50. And Gammachuu looks like it's going to be about maybe 30 seconds behind him.
Yeah, probably closer to 20.
All right, Drosty, we'll split the difference. 25 seconds.
Right, maybe 26. So yeah, this is very much anyone's game. We don't even need to be talking about Ganon Falls and Moldorm Falls. Just phase 4 silverless execution could make a difference on 26 seconds.
How could you even say those words? Utter those words into the ether right now.
It'll be interesting to see like what the difference is by the time they get through the gauntlet, say, because I feel like in the grand scheme of things, Gammachuu probably has slightly better execution, so I wonder if just on the climb he'll make up a few seconds.
Yeah, I mean, this could come down to, you know, a better AGA sequence, you know, getting one or two more doubles.
Yeah, I don't know how much agonometry each of them studied in high school.
That one got me. That was good.
Didn't you study agonometry? Thought it was a required subject in most states.
No, I just kept adding numbers to the end of my algebra. So 1, 2, 3, algebra 4. Very nice fight. Missing that one cycle though on Lammo.
But Gamma's struggling with that last Stalfos.
So we're gonna see Gammachoo's fight for Lammo over here. Can he get it? He does get the one cycle.
Wow.
Very nicely done. These runners just neck and neck. It's great to see them competing like this.
Yeah, Gamma was just tearing away at those fire rod shots.
I feel like Gamma can smell the blood in the water.
He is wasting no time.
Oh, and this the subtle things, even missing that torchlight right there.
Yeah, and Pika's, well, I guess Gamma's also gonna need to stop for some extra magic.
Nice use to reset the room there.
Hey, half magic, how about it?
Definitely helpful.
So we got about a 3-room difference between the runners here.
Okay, so Gammachuu does make the half magic pull as well.
Nice Moldorm 2.
Yep, Moldorm 2 down. Let's see, do we have silvers here again?
Whoa, how did Gamma just go through that crack? Bomb exploded, hole didn't open, Gamma went through anyway.
We've got a quick Moldorm 2 down on Gamma side. This is intense.
Okay, so 5643 entrance to Aga 2 here on Pika's side. And a double.
And 5703 entrance.
So Gamma made up 6 seconds on that climb.
Well, with that double there, that's going to bring Aga down. And a nice double on Gammachoo's side. Oh, just getting the single on that one.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose time here. That looked like an extra cycle to me. Falls into Ganon. Falls onto Ganon's floor at 5745. Gotta get the 1-1 here. That's a big time loss if you can't.
Did you say 5745?
Yeah, and Gammachuu just hit at 5810, so he did lose a cycle to Aga there. And Pika did get the 1-1. So now it's just a matter of how quickly can each of them do Phase 4 Silverless. Got the torch glitch.
Gammachuu already onto Phase 3.
I can't keep track of both at the same time. I'm counting Pika just because he's ahead. I think he's at 5 unless he missed one. Oh, and Gamma turns Ganon blue. And there goes Ganon. Wow. Just needs to cross the bridge. Get your GGs in chat for this incredibly close race.
Right down to the wire there. Very nicely done, GG's Pikapal.
And his official time is 59:34. You love to see sub-hour seeds with all that these runners had to do. There goes Ganon on Gammachoo's side. Get your GGs in for him.
And Gammachoo safely crossing that bridge. GG's to both our runners.
Just under the hour mark, 59:58, so officially a 24-second difference at the end. And let's try to get them and their pilots in here.
You love to see, come down to the wire like that. You love to see them just the execution, at its finest. And I'm sure it's nerve-wracking. It's got to feel crazy to be in that moment, but really good job to both runners who, did a lot of hard work to correct some of those issues we had going on early in the routing.
We have all 4 of them in the waiting room, and here they are joining all of us. Gammachuu and Fear Agent and Pikapals and Nabs. GG's to all of you guys. That was quite the race.
GG's, everyone.
Yeah,
GG's.
That was really fun to watch at the end.
I bet.
I disagree. I did not think it was fun to watch at the end.
But hey, you got the half magic and GT. That's the important thing, right?
That was a priority, of course.
I feel so bad. I just feel so bad.
I mean, little mistakes happen like that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's not a little mistake, though. That's a 2-minute mistake.
The book.
We had the early pod dip as well, which was like pretty much the same thing.
You did an early pod dip?
Yeah, because originally I was going to say like we can just clear everything down at the bottom, like get the TR key down there and go up top and clear like Death Mountain at the like all in one go pretty much, rather than like go back up and do TR and Hera at the end, if that makes sense. Like we'd grab 3 small keys, we get the Ice Rod and Bombos and all that, and just go up.
Without needing to go back down?
I think we'd have to go back down to beat Pod again, but that's it. Yeah.
Right.
Which is like, that was on my bad because I don't know why I read Pod Big was in TR, and that's how I was routing it.
I mean, we were going through Thieves Town, and I had everything set, and he's like, "Are you sure we don't need the book?" And I was like, "Let me check the tablets really quick." And I checked tablets. Oh no, we don't need the book. And I was like, all right. So then after we get the hammer, let's go to desert. And we realized Cam was like, "How am I supposed to get in the desert?" And I said a very bad word, very loudly.
yeah, that's how they get you.
Words were said.
Yeah.
Probably just as well we didn't have your audio feed then.
Oh yeah, no, it was a safe bet. But
it's just such a huge blunder in a race that's this close. It just feels so bad. This mode is the worst. Who put this here?
Gee, I wonder.
I don't know.
Hating on spoiler races. Yeah, they're definitely very difficult, and you feel really bad when you mess up because you know it was your fault. I have a very long list of screw-ups in spoiler races I can relate to on that one.
Yeah, it is difficult. I did do piloting one time last season, and it's just too stressful. So I was glad Fear was able to, I'll do both of them. I'll pilot both of you guys. Like, cool, you deal with the stress. But I understand, you forget one thing like that. It's, you're overwhelmed early on.
Yeah.
And it's just like a lot to write down this on your own, and like making one little small misnote can just like cascade into a lot of things.
Yeah, like we're not realizing that the mirror in desert requires the book. Oh, geez, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna take me a minute to get over this. Luckily, I don't play next week, so.
Yeah, I'm
I just
sure
feel bad. I feel bad because Gamma played really well, especially with only 5 hearts through most of this. And I'm not trying to take anything away from CLW. They obviously played, good enough to win for sure. But when you make a mistake like that, it just feels like you just kick yourself because again, Gamma did such a good job.
Yeah, but it's not the biggest thing. I mean, you win some, you lose some. But
that's it. I quit Rando forever. I'm done.
All right.
All right.
Kidding. Goodbye.
Too bad for down a member the rest of the season.
League's dead. Can't believe
it
sucked that it happened, but
yeah, I did feel though you still ended up routing it really well. Like I did, and everything worked out really smoothly. Other than the book blunder, everything did really solid routing.
Yeah, and like it's a lot to take in, and it's just we did 2 back-to-back, so it's like a whole nother just aspect to it.
In reality, this mode is fun. It's just it's a different sort of stress than regular racing. Like it's just a whole different aspect of the game that doesn't come up very often, so you don't get a lot of practice. We did 3 practices with me and Gamma, and 2 practices or 3 practices with me and 1UP. So only running this a few times, whereas I've done 1,000 races on my own. So it's tough. It's tough. And when you
for sure,
mode only comes up once every season, so when you make a mistake like that, it's hard not to kick yourself. I'll get over it. And again, I'm not trying to throw a pity party on myself or woe is me. It's just frustrating to make a mistake, especially when your runner plays as well as Gamma did. And again, not to take away anything from Nabs and Pika, because they did an excellent job as well. I'm actually excited to watch this one back and see. It's fun when it's this close, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if that 24-second difference is the difference between an extra dip of Pod and an extra dip of Thieves Town.
Who knows? It could be. Pikapals, were you ever considering picking up the silvers, by the way?
I've thought about it, but between having to go do Terra early for a pod small key and going all the way to the big chest, I decided it probably wasn't worth it.
Yeah, because you would have to go in there.
13-second menu time. Let's go.
I also made a mistake in having misread where I had the ice rod and the pod key, because we were debating the silvers as well. And I started watching Pika's stream to see if he was going to pick them up, and we were going to base whether or not Gamma picks up those silvers on whether or not Pika does. So
yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Okay, well, if he picks it up, I'll probably pick it up, because I'm too lazy to do the math in my head right now. See, if it was worth grabbing or not.
I think you all had 4 pod smalls when you were going through.
Yeah, we definitely didn't have the pod smalls to actually go get them.
I think we had 2 at the very end.
Yeah.
I think you guys, given your tempered silverless execution, made the right call there.
Yeah, I'm pretty used to it. But I'm definitely going to be looking forward to watching this back. Just seeing how close it was at the end there makes it for a hype race to watch.
Don't watch Gamma stream, because we were live.
That's it. Yeah, just from Turtle Rock onwards, it was just super close the entire time. I think I had a good laugh that both of y'all had trouble with the final key.
Oh, yeah, you didn't see that. You didn't see that death from me.
I mean,
just edit that out.
It means to die when you can have one heart to spare.
You guys both had really good GT climbs, so
yeah.
I was really hoping for Pika for you to die on Trinex. That was super close.
So I wasn't that worried about it.
Yeah, we saw the fairy in the bottle.
Oh, you guys never ended up using that?
Nope.
No, I used that on Laser Bridge. But you didn't see that. That's edited out.
Well, looking at your final item counts, though, it's kind of interesting because you can see exactly on the screen where the item difference is. That Gamma had 2 more checks, and well, Cane of Burna, Bugnet, and an extra heart piece against Pikapals picking up red mail, and that's the collection difference.
So you didn't open up the sink?
Nope.
What was Sanctuary again?
I don't know if I ever spawned in Sank other than one time when I was trying to spawn at the old man.
Yeah, we noticed that time at the end that, oh right, he never rescued the old man.
I guess I can't do that.
I mean, again, it was probably faster to spawn and sank and flute up than to have rescued the old man earlier.
Probably.
GG's, guys. Good luck on the rest of the season, and for the commentary for pulling double duty for us.
Yeah, GG's to you guys.
Yeah, GG's. Good luck to you too.
Good luck.
Yeah, GG's.
Thanks for the restream and tracking and comms and all that.
Yep.
And do give the runners a follow again. The bot is still down, but I believe they're just Gammachuu and Pikapals on Twitch. And thanks to our tracker this time around, Duodeca. Definitely a lot to keep track of when you have a spoiler key sanity race and the runners are not only pulling up items like crazy, but also keys like crazy. And 329th in line. This was awesome doing this doubleheader with you.
Yeah, Drosty, is always a joy to get to join you, and what a great and exciting race to get to watch and just hang on the edge of your seat right to the last couple of seconds. So GG's to all of our runners, and good luck heading on as these teams move on and as the brackets go on. And yeah, just thanks so much. Just a joy to get to work with you, man.
Yeah, hope there's some more of that in the future. Meanwhile, we will probably be pushing you guys over to SpeedGaming 3, where our nightcap race will be getting underway in about 15 minutes. We have Asder for Shack Tools Digging Game against Chelsea Lynn for But We're Buddies. So that should be a fun nightcap race. Hope you'll all switch over to SpeedGaming 3 after this and stick around to watch that. Speaking of, do give the SpeedGaming family of channels a follow, SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 2 through 6. We have a ton more league matches coming up on them tomorrow. And we also have our own 4 league channels, the ALTTPR League and then 2 through 4, all of which were in use tonight, amazingly enough, for the first time ever. So check those out as well. We broadcast some of the invitational matches that won't fit on SpeedGaming and also some of the open league matches, featuring more up-and-coming players, some of whom may be in the invitational next season. And I think that's going to do that for us here. GG's once again to our runners and pilots for putting on a great race here. I'm Drosy. It's been great, and have a great weekend.
Good night, everyone.